Something's brewing in Chicago. A storm, quiet for now, but heavy with frustration, and it's starting to swirl around the Bears' struggling ground game. Week after week, fans have watched the offense shine in flashes, only to stumble when it matters most, in the trenches. The once proud Bears' rushing attack, a force of balance and identity, has started to fade into hesitation and inefficiency. And in the NFL, when the ground game falters, everything else begins to crack. Meanwhile, hundreds of miles away in New York, Breece Hall, the Jets' dynamic young running back, stood before reporters after yet another painful loss. The Jets are 0-5, a start that would test any player's patience. But Hall's words hit different. "I'm worried about winning football games," he said. "I'm not worried about having fun right now. I'm in my 4th year, and I don't have a lot of time left to prove who I am in this league." Those weren't the words of a man content with his situation. Those were the words of a competitor aching for a new chapter, a player who knows he's capable of more, but feels trapped inside a team spiraling out of control. And that's when the speculation began to spread like wildfire. Could the Chicago Bears trade for Breece Hall? The idea sounds bold, risky, maybe even desperate. But desperate might be exactly where Chicago stands. Because behind the optimism and promise, there's a growing concern within Halas Hall, a fear that their offense, as sharp and electric as it has looked at times, cannot truly evolve until they find stability on the ground. DeAndre Swift, their lead back, has flashed brilliance before. He's quick, agile, and explosive in open space. But this season, he's lacked rhythm. He's been met behind the line, bottled up by defenders, and unable to break free. His average of 3.3 yards per carry tells a painful story, one of effort without reward. Head coach Ben Johnson has defended him publicly, calling him prideful and resilient. And there's truth in that. Swift runs hard. He cares deeply. But in a league defined by inches and instincts, production matters more than potential. And with every failed first down run, the pressure on Ryan Poles, the Bears' general manager, begins to rise. Fans are asking tough questions. Has the team misjudged its running identity? Do they need a fresh start, just like Breece Hall said he did? And could a mid-season trade change everything for this team, both on the field and in the locker room? Chicago's problems are not about effort. They're about momentum. When the run game clicks, the Bears are dangerous. Fields' mobility opens lanes, play action thrives, and defenses stay guessing. But when the ground game collapses, so does their balance. Now, for the first time this season, the idea of bringing in a player like Breece Hall doesn't sound like fantasy. It sounds like a move that could redefine the second half of their year. Let's get real for a second. If you're Ryan Poles sitting in your office at Halas Hall, you've got to be feeling the tension. You've built a roster you believe can compete, an upgraded offensive line, new weapons, and a promising young quarterback. But your run game is sputtering like a car running out of fuel. So what do? You make calls. And the first name on that list might just be Breece Hall. Because make no mistake, Breece Hall is playing good football. Despite the chaos around him, he's averaging over 5 yards per carry, showcasing the burst and vision that once made him one of the most exciting young backs in the league. He's fully healthy now, stronger than ever, and proving it every week, even as the Jets crumble. But the reality for New York is harsh. They're 0-5, stuck at the bottom of the standings, and facing a future full of uncertainty. Hall is on an expiring contract, which means the Jets have a decision to make: keep a star on a sinking ship, or trade him while his value is hot. If you're in the Jets front office, the math isn't hard. The team needs draft picks. Hall deserves a chance to win. It's a business decision wrapped in emotion, and sometimes those are the hardest to make. Now let's flip the perspective. From Chicago's side, the logic begins to build. Hall isn't just another back, he's a multidimensional weapon. He can run through contact, catch out of the backfield, and create explosive plays from nothing. His pace and balance could complement Justin Fields' dual-threat nature perfectly. Imagine the Bears' offense with that kind of versatility. Imagine play-action screens where Hall slips behind linebackers. Imagine third and short situations where the defense knows he's coming and still can't stop him. This isn't just a potential upgrade. It's a chance to change the team's entire rhythm. Now, let's address the cost. Hall's value is tricky. A team might ask for a third or fourth round pick, but realistically, a fifth rounder might get it done if the market doesn't heat up. He's on an expiring deal, and the Jets aren't going to pay big money for a running back on a losing roster. For the Bears, that's the kind of low-risk, high-upside move that smart franchises make when they sense opportunity. But there's another angle here, the emotional one. A trade like this doesn't just change your roster. It sends a message. It tells your locker room, we're not waiting for next year. It tells your fans, we're serious about winning now. And that kind of energy? It's contagious. Before we continue, imagine being part of a fanbase that doesn't wait for breaking news to hit the mainstream. Imagine being first to know when stories like this one start to heat up. If you're a Bears fan who lives and breathes this team, stay tuned right here. Because the moment anything happens with Breece Hall, DeAndre Swift, or the Chicago backfield, we'll have it for you first, analyzing it, breaking it down, and giving you the inside angle the national networks miss. Alright, back to the story, because this next part could change everything. For the Bears, the bye week was supposed to be a time of reflection, a moment to regroup, fix mistakes, and recharge. But sometimes, time off only amplifies what's wrong. The numbers don't lie. Through 4 games, the Bears' running backs are averaging less than 3.5 yards per carry. They've scored only 2 touchdowns on the ground. And even though Caleb Williams, their rookie quarterback, has managed to make plays with his legs, he can't carry the rushing attack on his own. Ben Johnson, the offensive architect behind this new Chicago identity, has been patient. He's adjusted formations, rotated personnel, and tinkered with blocking schemes. But there comes a point where adjustments aren't enough. There comes a point where you need a spark, something, or someone, to jolt the offense back to life. That's where Breece Hall enters the picture. He's not a luxury. He's a lifeline. He's the type of player who can make a 3-yard run look like 7, who can take a broken play and turn it into a first down. And more importantly, he's the kind of back who plays with a chip on his shoulder, the kind of energy Chicago has always loved. Ryan Poles isn't blind to that. He knows this team is close. The passing game is finding its rhythm, the defense is improving, and the locker room chemistry is building. But all of it can crumble if the ground game continues to stall. The question is timing. Should the Bears act now, before the market shifts, or wait another week to see if DeAndre Swift can rebound? It's a gamble either way. If Chicago goes into Washington and the rushing attack still can't find daylight, the pressure to make a move will be undeniable. And if that happens, Tuesday morning could be very interesting in the Bears front office. There's another layer to this, the message it sends to the locker room. Making a move for Breece Hall doesn't mean you're giving up on DeAndre Swift, it means you're creating competition. It means you're demanding production. It means you're chasing greatness. And that's the kind of mentality that wins games in November and December. If a deal were to happen, the compensation might look modest, a 5th-round pick, maybe a future 7th as a sweetener. For a player of Hall's caliber, that's an easy price to pay if you believe he can change your offense overnight. But this isn't just about stats or strategy. It's about belief. Every great Bears team in history, from Peyton's era to the ground and pound days, shared one thing, a sense of identity. They knew who they were. They imposed their will. Right now, this Bears team is still trying to figure that out. Breece Hall could help them find it. He's young, hungry, and playing with something to prove. He's the kind of back who thrives in bad weather and tight games, the kind of back who fits Chicago's soul. And maybe, just maybe, this is the kind of move that reminds everyone what the Chicago Bears are supposed to be: tough, balanced, unpredictable. Whether the trade happens or not, one thing is clear: the Bears are at a crossroads. Keep waiting for improvement, or go take it. Because in the NFL, windows don't stay open for long. And for the Chicago Bears, that window might be right now. Something is shifting in Chicago. The fans feel it, the locker room feels it, and maybe, just maybe, a player in New York feels it too. If Breece Hall finds his way to the Windy City, it won't just be another transaction. It'll be a statement that the Chicago Bears aren't waiting for their future anymore. They're chasing it.